Play Game Reviewer here, and welcome to my channel. It's gonna be me just rambling and talking about the PlayStation Plus increase. Well, the thing is, it's gonna be about the PC that we don't pay for online, and PlayStation and Xbox you play while you pay to go online. That's gonna be me rambling for whatever time I need. And yeah, I do have notes here because age. I don't know. Whatever. So, this is really weird because it's been upsetting a lot of people here, and for good reasons. And it kind of reminds everyone, who are they and where should they go? It's really gonna be well. It feels weird to say that because it's only gaming. I mean, it's just a hobby. It's luxury. Remove that and you can live. So yeah, it doesn't seem like important, or should it? I mean, is it, right? Well, you pay money for that. You pay for the console, which is what, 400, 500? Maybe in the first year it should be more than 400. Let's be honest here. Same thing for my PC. I pay more than $400. I personally think it's worth it with everything I get. Which brings me to, is the PlayStation Plus worth it? Like, does it offer something unique and original, or something more than others can give you? Which would, I think it would personally justify the price increase, even like the prices, just like not even the price increase, but just for the $50. Right now it's going to be what, $60 or so? 10 gigabytes of cloud storage, come on. Yeah, you kind of get that everywhere on PC, so, and it's free a lot of times. A lot of, like, 10 gigs, come on. You can pick up a USB key, 32 gigs, you put it there, and there's even some free software. You can even do some copy-paste, manually some copy-paste, and you have a save game. Yay! Online storage, same thing. You get, what, Microsoft for 5 gigs, probably Google for a whole lot more, which I don't even remember. You can't even pay for that if you want to, up to that point. And then there's the other things that PlayStation Plus will give you, though, like the online community on PC. That's offered freely. As in, you got either Ventrilo, you got TeamSpeak, you got MIRC if you want to, you got Discord. No applications needed. You just go on the website and that's it. I mean, you're online and you can play with your friends. You got also Mumble, which is super cheap in a lot of ways. I mean, it works. It doesn't use a lot of bandwidth and all. Online communities. You got Steam, you got forums, you got everything. Free. Alright, what's unique about that? Discounts. Of course I'm going to bring up the Steam, but there's a lot more than Steam. There's Origin, there's Uplay, you can even go on Reddit. You know what, let's go there immediately. Because I want you to see this, guys. Because I don't want you to treat me as a liar or something. You got Amazon, you got Steam, you got Newegg. Well, yeah, for hardware, but anyways. What else is there? There's a lot of them that I don't know here, but yeah, there's Bundle Stars. I go there like a lot of time. Really cheap games, really good game. Indie Gala Store, Gamers Gate. There's a lot more as well. It's not there, but I have a little list here. Bundle Stars, Gaming Dragon, Humble Bundle, Indie Gala, Gaming, Green Man Gaming. Wow. I also use sometimes istthereanydeal.com. There's like way too many sites that offers a lot of deals. So, what does PlayStation Plus offers that is really unique? Like, what justifies the $50? I don't know. Personally, I really don't know. I'm not with PlayStation, so I can't really tell you. Do they hold the master browser, which means when you go in your games, like for example Destiny right there, or Battlefield games, or Call of Duty, or even No Man's Sky to a certain extent, there's a list of browsers, there's a list of servers that you're going to see. That's the master browser. Do they take care of that? Is it the developers? Is it the publishers? Is it someone in the world? Like there's a server that has nothing to do with PlayStation. It's really weird because to me, I don't even know I can't even justify the price for that. Nothing justifies the $50 per year for that. It's really weird, but then again, PC has the same problem. But in reverse, we don't pay for online gaming. Like I told you before, with all the benefits that the PlayStation doesn't have, which is supposed to be unique, which I would kind of understand if it would be like unique, you know, kind of like World of Warcraft, which is the only thing that we pay on PC. It's a monthly subscription on EVE Online or World of Warcraft and some other MMORPGs or monthly subscription-based games, which offers some kind of a unique experience, like the ultimate experience. Try to name me a similar game that looks like World of Warcraft, but is better than World of Warcraft. That's a hard one. It's just an opinion, but I don't think there is one. That's why WoW is still there. That's why there's still like over 6 million people still paying. Even the people I hang out with, like some of them, they just resubscribe. For how long? I don't know. Just a couple of months, I believe. I'm not even sure. I mean, hell, even EVE Online that has been around for like 2003 or something. I wasn't in the beta. I was around like 2006, 2007. And I stayed there for like 4 years of like monthly subscription. I paid per year to pay cheaper, but I played longer. Like, that's a lot of commitment. And so yeah, I was kind of the like the person in the bunch here, and that offers you a kind of a unique, original experience. There's no other game like EVE Online, so that's why I paid, because I was ready for that. EVE Online is really unique. There's no other game out there like that. Like MMORPGs, I could even compare. There are some comparisons that I can do. For example, in EVE Online, when you lose, for example, you lose. Your ship, yeah, it gets destroyed, and if you're not careful enough, you can literally lose your pod, which means your character. And if you're really that much, I would say, you didn't read all that, if you weren't prepared, let's say you paid for a year, you could lose that year entirely. That's how much hardcore it is. Which means you play and you play and you play, and after a year you decide, hey, why not I do PvP? So you go in certain systems that offers you the chance to to play with other players, like PvP and fight and everything. If you're careful, you're gonna lose not much. Maybe a ship, even your pod, but you're not gonna lose much. It's only a ship and your pod. Maybe 1 million, maybe a bit less, depends on your skill levels and your time that you spent and everything, and how much your ship was worth. Sorry about that. But if you're not prepared, you can lose a lot. All the time that you spent in your game can be lost. I've seen people, on the forums, I've seen people crying, I've seen people unsubscribe because of that. But they were unprepared. When you play the game, everyone tells you what you should do. So probably those people didn't listen to them, I guess. And then there's like online games like Call of Duty, Battlefield. You can even check Steam for some online games. There's a lot of them on PC. I mean, you don't pay for them, but why is that? I mean, like I said, you need to pay cash for certain MMOs like World of Warcraft. But when it comes like games for Call of Duty and Battlefield and all the others, why is that we don't pay for PC gamers? I mean, on the side of the PC gamers here, why don't we pay for that? I could easily see EA or DICE or any other developer or publisher saying, you know what, you want access to the online, you need to pay, so pay up. I could easily see that. I mean, there's like what, I think it was 30,000 people on Battlefield 3 or 4 a couple of months ago or something. I think that's what I saw. Like, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of potential. Electronic Arts, oh my god. There's so many games that they just let go out of their servers because they were either too old or something. They had to do something about that. And there's still a lot of games that EA has that's on servers. I could easily see that company make people pay to access their games. That's on PC, I mind you, you know, not on consoles. I could easily see that. But why would that be? I mean, those games, they still require servers. They still require, I don't know, network engineers. They still require maintenance. It's not out of thin air, you know. There's the master browser, like I told you before. But why is that? I got a couple of explanations, but I don't know. I mean, I don't work for these companies, so I can't really know. But the first one that comes to mind is maybe it's because of the console gamers, like because they pay their $50, well now $60 in the month of September. Maybe it's because of that, because a lot of games from those publishers and developers are getting released on multi-platform, like PC and then console and everything. Maybe that's the reason they can release it freely on PC for online. But then again, you may say, yeah, but what about those games that are non-multi-platform? What about the games that are like little indie developers? For example, there's one that I can think of, Golf with Your Friend, a small indie little game on PC, which is really, really small and really fun, especially with beer or whiskey. And that game is not on console, so that doesn't make sense, but it's on Steam. Maybe there's a deal with Steam, as in whatever the amount you make, maybe there's a deal going on with them, or from the distributor or the publisher or developer versus other people or companies, as in whatever you make, we're gonna take a small amount and we're gonna put it on your, like what we need to maintain your servers. Maybe that's it, or I don't know, maybe they're working, not working, but they're playing with the stock market. Or maybe what they do is kind of, I remember one game, I guess some of you know this, but on Medal of Honor Allied Assault, and many other games as well, you can rent servers, like Minecraft, for example. Maybe that's how they work as well. Like Minecraft, for example, they may have a deal with companies that are able to rent servers to gamers. So there's a certain portion of that money goes to the server, or goes to Minecraft, like Mohang or something. Maybe it's the same thing with DICE with their Battlefield or Medal of Honor servers. I mean, I remember one of my clan members a long time ago paying for I think it was Battlefield Bad Company 2 server, because we wanted to play and everything, so we paid a certain amount. It wasn't cheap. Maybe that's it. Maybe there's a certain deal going on with those company servers and the developer as well. I mean, you want access to our data in order to make those servers, like to rent servers to gamers, you have to pay up. Maybe that's how it works. I'm not really sure. And on console, why would it be like that? I mean, you still need to... That's the thing. I mean, why would it be... I think I have more questions than answers. And for consoles, maybe that $50 just covers everything up for the consoles. I mean, I remember a long time ago, in the 90s, when I started, well, not in the 90s, but I started on computers a bit less than that, but in the 90s, the only thing I had was dial-up. And when I had dial-up, the only thing I would need, for example, was the phone number of my friend. That's it. I didn't need anything else. And when internet started, I had games that required, like, either, I remember Command & Conquer strategy games, which I needed to get online either with a direct IP address, which I would do. I would just like give the IP address of my computer so that my friend could connect to me, or sometimes I would hit a certain kind of like a master browser or something, like the same thing that I explained a bit before. And oh, there's another game which I could give an example for. That would be Neverwinter Night. I don't know about it now because I think it was maintained by GameSpy. It's kind of an application or a company that had an app, And you had all these servers and all those games. All the games that was installed on your computer had those browsers. Well, they had those servers, and you didn't need to pay, but you could pay the company for having more access to, just like PlayStation Plus. You know, they would give you some other stuff, but I can't even remember now what they gave you more. I think it was less ads or something. I can't remember. I can't be too sure on that. But I know that I saw like Medal of Honor servers out there. I even saw some Neverwinter Night servers. Gamers had some dedicated servers. That's perhaps one of the, I would say, not answers, but one of the things that may, like, when you look at PC games, why it's free. I mean, we do have dedicated servers. I can pick up my computer or even make another one just on the side there. Really cheap computer, something really cheap with 4 or 8 gigs of RAM and like AMD processor, or like something really cheap, or maybe like a dual core processor. Don't even care. I mean, it's a server. It doesn't need to be really big. A couple of players, that's it. Of course, I can go really high, like an i7 or something. Doesn't really matter. It really depends, and I can run it for free. I mean, I can run TeamSpeak server on my computer for free. I can do that. I don't need to pay for anything. Just so yeah, it's kind of interesting to see that console gamers are paying for something that PC you don't, and a lot of them, which is really worrying. It really, well, yeah, should you be worried? Yes, to a certain extent, because some of them are defending it, and why? I mean, if you're really pissed about it, just, I mean, get away from that. Just don't pay up. I mean, when you look at, for example, I'm gonna finish with this, but just to finish my conclusion here. Well, you're gonna say what I want to say in my conclusion, and I'm gonna finish with this. Bethesda tried to make gamers pay on Steam for the mods. Skyrim is one of the games that is really popular because of the mods. There's a lot of mods on that game, a lot of them. And Bethesda wanted to do, there was a shady deal going on between Steam, well, Valve, or Steam, whatever, and Bethesda. I think Steam got 50% of the deal or something really ridiculous. And on top of it all, why would I pay for mods? I mean, it's something from the community to the community. Why would I pay for that? We didn't like it. There's no PC gamer in hell that's going to pay for it. Some of them were willing to pay. A lot of them didn't want to pay up. What did PC gamers do? Or did? Well, we grouped up. We had one voice, and that voice said no. That's it. And what did Bethesda and Steam did? Gabe Newell came out of his vacation or whatever. He answered by himself all the people's question. That usually doesn't happen. There's always that little guy, like that PR guy, or that communications officer, or someone that takes care of those communication things going on. You know, something goes on, that there's a person for that. That was Gabe Newell, the man itself. Some of them call him the Holy Gavin, you know, kind of a joke going on, but that person himself, that guy, like the big guy from Valve, yeah, you see Steam, you see Gabe Newell. He answered a lot of questions from the community because of that. Yeah, there was a shitstorm because of that. Why can't PC gamers group up together and fight for something all for one idea? When console gamers, for whatever reason, I'm not blaming them, but I just have to wonder, if you're not willing to have an increase, which, well, why would you anyways? Is there any other server that's getting more? I mean, I don't know. Like, there's nothing that justifies the price increase. There's nothing at all. You're not gaining anything. We have it for free here, first of all, and even if we didn't have it for free, what do you gain by this? Nothing. Why the $10? Because it's a company, they need money, and they just want more profit. That's it. It's not, well, they need to pay for the servers, they need to pay for the engineers, with the network engineers, and and all that shit. No, 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 no. It's not that. It's only for profit. That's it. They need money. That's what they want. Like each time something happens to the console, it's like they get divided and they fight for themselves. Like there's a lot of bigotry going on. There's lots of there's a civil war going on. It's really weird to say that, but anyways, I'm gonna stop rambling here, and I would like to get your input on that. Why would you pay do you find it $50 acceptable? Personally, I don't think it is acceptable. And on top of it all, when you have an increase of $10, I don't even find that acceptable. There's nothing that justifies that. There's nothing more. Anyways, Late Gamer Viewer, and I'll see you next time.